Currently, there are close to 1 million people living with Parkinson's in the United States, and there are more and more diagnoses occurring in people under the age of 50. The American Parkinson's Disease Association is doing its part to provide more research and funding by hosting a walk. It's going to happen this Saturday. It's called the Optimism Walk. And this morning we're joined by Amy Johnston with the American Parkinson's Disease Association and Karen Moss, who recently lost her husband to Parkinson's. Good morning, ladies, to both of you.
Good morning.
Thank you for coming in.
Yes.
Let's talk about this walk first, and Karen, we'll talk about your husband in just a second. Why do we call this the Optimism Walk?
Because we have a lot of optimism when it comes to Parkinson's disease. And, you know, one of the things that APDA does is provide that optimism through resources, through education, through support services. And so it's a celebration of all the things that we have accomplished, and it's a celebration of the people living with the disease and their families. And so we are super excited about this, and you know, that's why we call it the Optimism Walk.
And the walk is this Saturday, and we're talking about, you don't have to walk the entire mile, right?
You do not. We have several options. We have a half mile, and we have a mile, and then 2 miles.
Okay.
So there's several different options for you, and you can walk all of it if you want to.
And, you know, to raise money and to raise awareness. So, Karen, let's talk about Parkinson's. For those that may not know exactly what Parkinson's is, talk about your husband, what the disease is, and how his progressed.
Sure. So Parkinson's is a disease where you actually lose your dopamine cells. And the dopamine cells actually allow you to have movement. And so it impacts every part of your body, everything you do, eating, drinking, sitting up, standing, you name it. And Joel had Parkinson's for 40 years.
That's really stunning to me. Do people live with that disease that long? And I think for a lot of people, they may notice, what they may know is people whose hands might shake just a little bit. That's one sign of it, correct?
Sure.
How was he diagnosed? How did you know?
Well, he had several doctors that he went to, but he ended up at Emory University. And so that's where they actually said, this is what you have. And we had a great team of doctors. And you need all the resources that you can get. I think that because Joel did so well for most of those 40 years, it was because of the team of professionals that he had and resources like APDA.
Right.
You know, through APDA, we learned the importance of exercise. It really slows down the progression of the disease.
There's no cure, but there are things that you can do, as you said, to slow it down, to make it manageable. And for a caregiver, that's got to be so important too, and the support that you get.
It truly is. So we learned about all kinds of programs. He got involved in boxing. He had a personal trainer. He was doing all of that a week before he passed away.
That's remarkable, and that's why this walk is so important, right?
Absolutely. And Karen and her husband and her family are really the spirit. They're the spirit behind the walk, those families like them that really live life to the fullest with this disease. And so that's what we are celebrating that, and hopefully one day a cure.
That would be remarkable.
Yes, it would.
So thank you so much, both, for being here to talk more about it. I'm going to be there on Saturday as your MC. That walk is taking place at Brook Run Park. Check-in begins at 10 in the morning. And for details, you can log on to AtlantaNewsFirst.com. And we're praying that the weather cooperates.
Yes, please.